Who took all the damn scissors? Thought they were in the kids' room. Because they usually take them. Alright, I figure if I'm going to be making food, you guys should at least be here for the ride. I can't keep doing this stuff all alone, all by my lonesome, without bringing you guys along. So literally, today it's just going to be some chicken. I'm just going to probably cut it into like, basically chicken tenders. Because that's what I want. I don't want to like butterfly these things out, although it's a chicken breast, it's not an actual chicken tender. But yeah, I've been doing the sugar fasting, the sugar diet, but today my body was just screaming for some food, some real food. So we're tracking macros today. We're going for 2,000 calories. Tomorrow I will sugar fast, and then part of Friday I will sugar fast. And then my oldest is gonna do a little sleepover at grandma's house, so we're just gonna have the younger two. So me and my wife are kind of planning something fun for them. We'll probably go get some Mexican food. We're gonna go to the beach all day Friday. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah, we'll probably go get some Mexican food. And then I'm just gonna like, you know, super duper partake in that. But if I sugar fast, if I track macros today, sugar fast Thursday and part of Friday, then I won't feel guilty at all for hammering down some Mexican food Friday night. And then we are almost out of the month of June, which is the time limit that I was giving myself to try this sugar fasting thing out. I mean, you tell me, bro, I don't know. Is it working? Stomach is flat. Pumps in the gym are awesome. Feeling thick. But I just like mentally, and then like I looked at my face and body and stuff in the mirror last night and I was like, I just don't look right. Like I'm gonna get back on some protein today. So that's why I'm doing this and tracking macros. Like I said, 2,000 calories, because I plan once I get back on macros, starting here early July, I am going to shoot for lower numbers than I've been running pretty much since I've ever run before. I mean, honestly, dude, like when I first got all cut up with Brad in 2023, he had me on like 2,700 and then 2,400 calories. And I was looking good. And I was feeling good. And then I told him, I'm like, dude, I want to take it up a notch. I want to go down to 2,000 calories. I'm going to sound terrible right now. Mentally, I could barely handle it back then. But I was being so active in my job, walking miles and miles a day. For you Southern Californians, I was on the 5 between Oceanside and Carlsbad. I was walking from Carlsbad to Oceanside and back in the center median. We're talking Carlsbad Village, like practically to the 78, like right underneath Vista Way right there, and the 78. That I was walking that and back, doing GPS grade checking. That's a lot. So I don't know if it was enough. And I was getting up at 3. I was training every day, training super hard, 6 days a week. So my caloric output was actually up there, which is part of the reason I was able to get super lean at 2,400 calories, I feel like. And then 2,000 was just like driving me nuts. I feel like that was just a really long-winded way of saying I haven't really gone below 2,000. Except for when I got my surgery done. All right, so this is what we're gonna go for. We've got some Aleppo pepper from Home Goods. This is like a Middle Eastern, Greek, Middle Eastern, Mediterranean. Oof, hopefully it's not super duper spicy. But then I've got this chicken shawarma, which is Middle Eastern. It says lots of olive oil, we're not gonna do that. But some garlic, we'll do that for sure. So, oof, man, nutmeg like crazy. So we've got garlic. We will go with some salt. We'll go in with some salt. That sounds really good. Some onion, standard. A little paprika for the color. And then honestly, I think what I'm gonna do, if you guys have never, it doesn't really actually, does it turn out good in a pan? I think so. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a little bit of Greek yogurt. If you've never marinated anything in Greek yogurt before and then thrown it on Le Grill, you're missing out. It is so stinking good. It like makes like a crust for some reason. It's so bomb. So we'll do a little bit of that. And then for those of you that have known me for a long time, you know I don't mess around, gotta have my gloves. We'll just give this all a super good mix. And this is only gonna sit in the fridge for a little bit because this is literally my next meal. So what is it, 11 o'clock right now? I just had some ground beef and rice, which was amazing. Let me tell you about that in a sec. So I'll probably eat in 2-3 hours. Ground beef and rice. So since I'm doing the sugar dieting, sugar fast, I have plenty of fresh fruit around and bananas in my pancakes. Write it down. No, I'm just kidding. I had some fresh pineapple. Gross, dude. Fresh pineapple, and I didn't want it to like get nasty in the fridge if I don't eat it. Today, since we cut it up the other day, I stuck it on a hot cast iron skillet and let it get black, and then I chopped it up all small, and then I threw in like a red onion and then some ground beef that I had cooked, and then I had 200 grams of white rice, and I put some of this like ginger soy sauce on it and made like a teriyaki ground beef and rice bowl with some the sriracha like chili paste stuff. So good. So good. A little fruit fly in here. Get out of here, little fruit fly. All right, cool. So I don't know how these are gonna be, man. That chicken shawarma is like, wow. Cinnamon, nutmeg. I mean, that sounds like a holiday, which is just a little bit weird. You know what I think this needs? This probably needs an acid, like some lemon juice. Let me see if we have any lemons. We do not have any lemons. Maybe vinegar would be good? I don't know. I think it needs a little bit of acid, but maybe we'll just... Whoa, dude, I'm flinging crap everywhere with this setup. Okay, that's gonna chill. Yeah, what the hell is going on around here? This just fell out of the box, so I guess I'll just bring it over here. Get myself 2 pieces since it fell on the ground. Chicken scissors. So as Jamie Oliver or any other British European cook, what's his name? Not Wolfgang Puck, Gordon Ramsay, as they would say, whack it in the fridge. We'll whack it in the fridge for a couple hours and then I can cook it. Perfect. We'll check on that in a bit. I was going to clean the house. Like, I was gonna try and not show the dishes. I was gonna try and not show like all this stuff that we have out. But you know what, dude? That's just called real life, okay? And like, I don't know. I haven't even hardly showed off this big, badass, beautiful house that we live in much since we moved because we have kids, bro, and there's always stuff out. And so I need to stop doing that. I need to quit worrying about it because it makes me not record stuff. And I gotta record stuff. So anyways, there's stuff out. Like this cutting board, I don't know. I think this is actually me. I cut onions on it earlier for my ground beef that I had. This lid is from yesterday. Like yesterday, my wife cooked some noodles for the kids. I can't even remember. Food scale, that's my stuff. Wifey's water bottle. Daughter's got a cookie right there that's just like screaming my name from 3 days ago. Gosh, when did we go to the beach? Sunday? It's Wednesday? Yeah, like 3 days ago we went to Jersey Mike's. She got a cookie. Still hasn't eaten it. So we're gonna cook some of that chicken that we seasoned up earlier and marinated. I'm gonna let my cast iron heat up and then grab the chicken real quick. Shaw! Yum. It's gonna be fire. Oh yeah, look, it's getting hot already. What else do we want to go with it? Chicken, Middle Eastern chicken. You know what I'm gonna do to go with it? A little bit of broccolini. This is gonna, I gotta get fish out of the freezer for tonight. I'm not strong. I just didn't want to like, so I was going easy on it. But yeah, I gotta get fish out of the freezer, dude. We're gonna have some fish tonight. The reason I'm doing broccolini is because apparently broccoli has something in it. It's supposed to be good if you have acne. I'm working on a skincare thing right now. I have some acne, not a huge fan. So we're gonna throw in a little bit of broccoli. We're gonna cook that up before our chicken goes in. This is what it takes, man, to stay in shape. Gotta be on it when it comes to the cooking. You guys, if you've seen my other video, I think it was construction worker to online fitness coach or whatever the video was titled. I was cooking my ground beef, but I gave the whole rundown about how I used to get up at 3 in the morning, cook my ground beef before I went to work, meal prep all my meals. If you guys work a 9 to 5, that's what you need to do. Or you need to 90-something% prep your meals, and then a couple times when you're out, you just need to learn macros and know how to eat. This thing is smoking, so that you're not gradually moving further and further towards being an overweight mess. If you can track your macros and you know how to eat when you're out and how to order in a macro-friendly way when you are at a restaurant or a fast food place or whatever you gotta do, gas station, grocery store, you're not at home, you can't cook, it's gonna help you a lot. All right, it's been a few minutes and the broccoli is coming along. I have this other pan that was out on the stove. I just threw some water in it. We're gonna let that go because we're gonna transfer this broccoli once it's nice and seared. See that color on there? We're gonna transfer it over to this other one with the water in it and just let it go. And then I can do the chicken in here. So I think I have 6 ounces entered into MyFitnessPal. So I'm just gonna eyeball and then we'll see what it comes out to when it's cooked. You gotta go for more than 6 ounces because it's gonna cook down, but we're gonna say like, maybe that'll cook down into 2 ounces. Maybe that will cook down into 2 ounces. Maybe that will cook down into 2 ounces. Check this out, you see that? That looks good right there, dude. That looks bueno. You know what I'm gonna do? Who cares? If there's extra, not a big deal. The kids, or my wife, or myself will eat it. So we'll just pop 4 pieces in there, even though it might be a little bit more. And this can go back in the fridge to marinate even longer, get even better. Now if I did work a 9 to 5, and I had meal prep and stuff to do, I would just do, if I wanted this meal, a bunch of this chicken. I would probably marinate it Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, cook a whole bunch of it on Sunday, and then for the rest of the week, I'm good to go. I've got my chicken already. Same thing with the broccoli. I would either microwave it in the morning or something so I could kind of speed soften it up. And then if I wanted to put some black on it, maybe sear it off a little bit like before I packed it in my lunchbox. My wife just texted me, no meal prep and dying. Shoot, babe. She's been on it lately. She's been on her meal preps. I won't even send her a picture of this because it'll make her jealous. But yeah, no, super proud of her. She's been killing it. But yeah, you could microwave broccoli in the morning and then just toss it in a pan real quick, like after you're done cooking your breakfast, put it on top of your meal preps, pack it in your lunchbox, go to work. Or you could steam or do a bunch of this earlier on in the week, and it just may not taste very great a little bit later on, but there's plenty of options. But I know a lot of you guys are gonna be like, I can't do that in the middle of the day. I know. I used to be in the same boat. Told you guys, I had sweet potatoes and hamburger patties wrapped in foil and put in Ziploc bags that I would put in my nail bags or my orange vest when I was out in the field. Like, I've been in your shoes before. I've also worked in an office before where you gotta share the fridge and the microwave, and if somebody brings something that stinks, it sucks. I've done it, bro. I've done it. And then for everybody else that works at home and they're like, oh my God, everything is so tempting that my kids have. Yeah, I know. I just told you about that cookie. Tempting as hell. Dad, luckily she had some watermelon, so I'm hoping the theory of eating fruit in a deficit doesn't affect it is true. When you coming home to do these dishes. Just kidding. It ain't like that. I'll probably end up doing the dishes. I did last night. She's been feeling sick, so I did all the dishes last night, started getting the kids ready for bed. It was probably a day that the kids take baths because I didn't give the kids a full bath because it was already like way after bedtime, but my son and daughter, their feet were like black from running around in the garage. So I'm like, get over here. I just washed their feet off. But yeah, that was nice for her. She got in a little, she slept for like 2 hours around dinner time. She's feeling better today. All right, chicken, where are you at? Where are you at? It kind of sticks. When you do the Greek yogurt, it kind of sticks a little bit. You just want to make sure you're flipping these. I like flipping stuff kind of consistently Like once it gets a little color on there, then I'll just kind of flip it back and forth so that it can cook evenly. Oh. Let's give it a little temp check. I don't cook much meat that's not ground without one of these instant read thermometers. The bomb, dude, when it comes to cooking food and getting it right. Because if you've watched YouTube, you can do the chef thing, but it doesn't work for me, and I don't like my chicken medium rare, so I opt for the thermometer. 160, 165, all right. I usually pull chicken though at like 160, and then the residual heat will allow it to get up to 165. I don't usually pull it at 165, because then it'll go up to like 170, then it's overcooked. I also don't like my chicken well done. I like it right in the sweet spot. Hopefully this marinade is good. Kind of hyped it up. Although I really didn't know what I was getting myself into. I don't know if I mentioned that or not, that I hadn't used that chicken shawarma marinade before, or seasoning. Haven't used it, but we'll see. So I put everything on a plate. Shoot! I have a call in 10 minutes. I guess I'm not gonna eat right now. Plenty of time for the meat to rest, huh? Oh well, should have checked my calendar before I started making food, huh? Hurry up and get to 160, folks, so I can go make this call on time. Whew. Oh yeah. All right. Well, that call went really well. Onboarding call with a new client. Super rad dude. We're gonna get him down to 10 or 13% body fat. Check this out right here, dude. That was his goal. 10. He's 13% was his goal, and I was like, that was a very specific goal. And he's like, I just want to know what I'm shooting for. I said, well, maybe we'll go for 10, but then he wants to be able to bulk back up and still stay lean, and then have some good mass. This is what we're having right here. This is the chicken, what was it called? Chicken shawarma seasoning that I use. Chicken shawarma, plain white rice, just salt on it. Plain broccoli, just salt on it. Gotta pop out my little fake tooth there. I need to get that thing fixed. I need to go get that implant put back in my head. Let's see how this is. Oh, wow. Oh, that's good. I think I can taste that Aleppo pepper that I put in there. I can taste the nutmeg and the cinnamon, but it's not sweet. It's salty, it's spicy, and then you get like, how do I say it? An aura of sweetness from the nutmeg, but not actually sweet. Okay, seriously, I miss rice so much. And meat. I love fruit, but eating nothing but fruit for days and days, not the same as meat and rice. Okay, let me tell you something. This is not a cheeseburger, okay? But it tastes amazing. It's going to make me feel 10 times better than a freaking cheeseburger is going to. And it's going to make me look like a Greek god. This is how you guys need to be eating. Oh, broccolini. If you've never tried broccolini before, you owe it to yourself. Why is it so much better than broccoli? It is so much better than regular broccoli. And it's so easy to cook. You literally sear it in a hot pan like I did. Is my camera dropping down? I think so. You sear the broccolini in a hot pan, and then put it in a pan, or just put some water in the pan. In my case, put it in a separate pan with a little bit of water. I didn't even cover it. A lot of times I'll cover it. I just let it go for a couple minutes with some water in the bottom of the pan. Kind of steam it up, cook it all the way through. Because if you don't, it stays a little bit crunchy. Oh my gosh. I could eat this every day. Simple, easy chicken. Cooked in a pan, marinated for 2-3 hours. This could have been cooked on the barbecue, flat top. Literally just plain rice. And some veg. And a ton of salt. Don't need pizza. Don't need burgers. Don't need a burrito. Now, I think my camera's falling again. I think I need a new tripod. All that being said, you guys, I'm a foodie. Straight up. I love food. Love burritos. Love burgers. Love pizza. And I still eat them. But 90% of the time, 95% of the time, it's boring meals like this, or I get more creative, but every decision that I make is based around the calories and the macros. I'm not going to use mayonnaise. I'm going to use Greek yogurt. I'm not going to use oil. I'm going to cook in a dry pan. I'm not going to put butter on the rice. I'm just going to have it plain. I'm not going to eat chicken thighs. I'm going to eat chicken breast. I'm not going to eat super fatty ground beef and not drain it. I'm going to drain it. Or I'm going to opt for a leaner beef. That way I stay in good shape. I grow a significant amount of muscle mass so that I'm literally burning calories even when I'm chilling on the couch. So occasionally I can handle that big old cheat meal. Food is amazing. Food brings people together, man. Forever. Since the dawn of time, there's a fuzz. Why do you think people always had feasts for celebrations, and Italian families and Mexican families and all these different cultures of families? Everybody's brought together by food. But if you chase it, that dopamine that you get from the food in excess, it's like anything else. Alcohol, any other vices, you chase that cheap dopamine, you wind up going down a path you don't want to go down with negative repercussions. And with food, it's being overweight and unhealthy. Nothing feels better than being in shape. I could be sitting here in this beautiful house, making the kind of money I make, driving the car that I get to drive. But if I was overweight and unhappy with what I saw in the mirror every day, I would not be a happy man on the inside. The fact that I'm in shape and my habits are dialed, I could go to live in an apartment tomorrow. And you know what? It wouldn't drag me down that hard. I know that I can rebuild. I know that I have the discipline. But yeah, man, you take somebody else that's successful only monetarily, you strip them of all their material things, and they're just left sitting there, some fat whale with no discipline, no solid habits, no consistency, no routines. They're not going to be a happy camper. You can't take my success away from me. You can take my stuff, but you can't take my success. I think I'm going to do another video soon. Tell you guys what I learned through buying a G-Wagon, buying the Escalade, getting into the big house, what it taught me about life. That video is coming soon for sure. Drop in the comments. Let me know what else you want to see. What other perspectives you'd like to hear. Oops. I just remembered. I was supposed to have a little bit of olive oil on this meal. Huh. I'm going to get to the end of the day and be at like 20 grams of fat for the whole day. That's not much. And I already have butter and avocado oil tracked for my next meal. Guess I just need a little bit more. Well, there you have it. Couldn't do it without having you guys tag along. I think now I'm going to go take a little bit of berberine, probably rip my shirt off, go for a 10-minute walk for digestion, figure out what is going on here. A little fire to put out. There's always little fires to put out. And then get back on my computer and go back to work. Till next time. Thanks for sticking around.